Pisces, welcome to my channel, welcome to my space. Thank you so much for being here. This is going to be your advice, spiritual advice messages for the month of October 2023, Pisces, Sun and Rising signs. I'm not really going to get into the details of what you may be going through, who you're dealing, but there may be some people that you're dealing with at this time, but whatever you're dealing with, whether it's finances, romance, family, your children, your relationship with yourself, high or low self-esteem, money, finances, career, or project that you're working on, whatever circumstance or situations you may be experiencing in the month of October, these messages I am giving to you or providing for you this month is regarding just overall advice. So no matter what you're going through, this is advice for you. Take it or leave it, take it as a grain of salt, take it seriously, whatever you want to do. But I'm not really going to, focus too much on the details too much. I'm gonna do my best not to do that. I want these readings to stay below half an hour, so I'm just doing the best that I can to get as much information out to you within a shorter amount of time. And again, you can take it or leave it. These messages are general, so you don't have to take them seriously. You can take it as a grain of salt. There are a lot of other beautiful tarot card readers out there and healers or spiritual guides who have so many other messages from their spirit guides, okay? But for those of you who are familiar with my channel or you resonate with my energy, these messages are for you. And for those of you who are new or you're just kind of passing by trying to see what messages are out there, I hope in some way, shape, or form these messages resonate with you or can be of some encouragement for you, okay? All right, Pisces, Sun and Rising signs. We just had a solar eclipse. We have a lunar eclipse coming up on the 28th. There are still some planets in retrograde at this time. Venus is in Virgo, I think, for this week. There's a lot going on in the world. There's a lot going on cosmically, and there may be those of you who are feeling very tired. You're feeling very fatigued. You just want to sleep. Again, we are in the month of October. We have entered the fall season, and these eclipses are draining us, or those of us who are more sensitive to these energies that are occurring cosmically. I know it is for me. So Pisces, let's go ahead and jump into your reading of encouragement, guidance, and advice. Advice, guidance, and encouragement. I'm sorry. I know I've been feeling tired, very tired, more tired than normal. It's been a long year and it hasn't even ended yet, but I know that for some of you Pisces, you may be feeling like this has been a long year, okay? So I've been telling everyone, no matter your sign, take breaks, take naps, sleep, go to sleep early if you can, to get a good night's rest, stay hydrated, okay? And make sure that you're eating regularly if you can, okay? Don't swim upstream, don't overwork yourself at this time. I know that's easier said than done for those of you who may have multiple jobs or you have children or you just have a busy work schedule, but get in touch with the earth, okay? Find out what the earth is trying to speak to you about regarding your body and taking care of yourself at this time in the month of October, okay? Or at least until the eclipse season has passed. All right, Pisces, Sun and Rising signs. Let's go ahead and jump in to your reading of advice, guidance, and encouragement for the month of October 2023 for Pisces, Sun and Rising signs. What is their advice and guidance for the month of October 2023? I was kind of feeling this, Pisces, for some of you, Pisces, Sun and Rising signs. So I don't know if you're dealing with a sadness or a loss or some kind of a loss. Could be a loss of a job or loss of a friendship, a loss of a loved one if there's someone who passed away in the past. I don't know if this happened recently. I'm getting past really, maybe in the past 2 or 3 years at the most recent. But others of you, maybe there's just low self-esteem right now. Maybe your job is just pushing you way too hard, because that can also make a person feel really depleted and fatigued. Some of you guys may not be feeling too well physically in your bodies, and that's weighing down on your brain. Okay, I'm also getting depletion of nutrients to your brain, low dopamine levels. Like there's a lot of that can go with sadness at this time. So again, you know, let the tears flow, but you know, definitely make sure that you're, I don't know where I'm getting this from, but make sure you're eating foods, Pisces, sun and rising signs, that are going to boost your energy, and eat foods that are actually going to boost your brain's function at this time. Don't know where that's coming from, but that is very specific for some of you. But there are those of you that are dealing with some sadness at this time, major or minor, you know, depending on how, you know, how great it is or how you know, small this sadness is. It's valid for all of you, right? But others of you, maybe you're not the one dealing with sadness for yourself. Maybe there's someone in your life that's really depressed, or there's a loved one that's really sad. And maybe you're kind of in that situation with them in a way. You're kind of there to support them, but you're kind of feeling that sadness for them. But I do see abundance at the bottom of the deck. So Pisces, whether this is you dealing with this sadness directly, or this is someone else dealing with sadness in their life, just understand that, you know, abundance is present. You know, remember that you already have abundance inside of you. It's not about the money. It's not about the physical and the material things that exist in your life. It's not about the carnal. It's about what already exists inside of us energetically. Okay, so you may actually need to start talking to people, Pisces, if they're Pisces sun and rising signs. If there is a friend or family members that you can reach out to who can, you know, be a shoulder for you to cry on and help to make you feel loved, validated, to confirm that you are loved and nurtured, you know, that you're not alone, please make sure that you reach out to those people. Okay, Pisces, that's very, very important at this time. For those of you who may be grieving a loss of a person, they want you to know that they're okay. They want you to know that you're okay, that they're still, that they're happy, that they are abundant, and that they're also trying to spread that abundance in your life as well, Pisces. Okay, so we have reflection. So some of you guys may have some image issues, some bodily image issues. Maybe you don't like the way you look. Whatever's happened in your life, it's definitely caused you to change your perspective of what you look like or who you are as a person. Some of you guys may be very afraid to look at yourselves. Maybe this is more, you know, spiritual, where maybe you're just afraid to look at what's transpired in your life. Maybe there's something that you're embarrassed by, or something that it's hard for you to look back on in your life because maybe you feel embarrassed, or it just makes you feel really bad about yourself or bad about how your life has turned out for whatever reason. The universe wants you to reflect on these things. It wants you to look in the mirror. It wants you to look at yourself physically, or it wants you to look at yourself energetically, okay? So that you can, you know, if there's something that you don't like about your life, something that you do want to change, you're able to change it because you have an eye on it. You have both eyes on it, okay? You can't change what you're not looking at. If there's a problem in your life, or there's a problem in a project, you can't really understand the problem if you don't have eyes on it. Does that make sense, Pisces? So, you know, whatever this sadness is, Pisces, for you or for another person, you got to get eyes on it. You got to get some help here. You need to face this, or this person needs to, yeah, okay, so yeah. We have pain. And then we have cleanse at the bottom of that. So it seems like there are those of you who really need to spend time around water. You need to go to the beach. You need to soak in a bath, go to a spa where there's, you know, where you soak in a bath or something like that. Drink more water. This is like deep-rooted, Pisces. So the universe wants you to face this pain here. Keep facing it, because for some reason, this sadness and this pain, you're kind of beating yourself up with it. You're weaponizing it against yourself. I feel like I've said this to you guys before in a past reading a few months back, but just realize, Pisces, sun and rising signs, whatever you've gone through, it's not because of who you are. You're not the problem. So if there's someone who's put you through something, or if you feel like life has just really dealt you a bad hand recently, whether it's with, you know, relationships or, you know, losing someone or your finances, your career. This is not because the universe sees you, Pisces, as a bad person or sees you as a target. It's not because you deserve this, you know. It may feel personal, but this is not personal. The universe is asking you to face something within yourself or face something in your life. It's just that you're having a hard time doing that. But the universe is not going to back down because you're having a hard time with it. It's just going to keep telling you, Pisces, you need to face this now. Now is the time in October to face this and to let this go, Pisces. The universe is not trying to hurt you. It's actually trying to heal you. It's just that you're having a tough time in this area of your life. Whatever this area, this sadness dwells, you're just really having a hard time, and it's really painful for you to face some things in your life, especially if this is a relationship with someone or passed on loved one or something like that, or someone that broke up with you or you broke up with them or what have you. It's like you're still in the healing process, but you're very, very wounded. Somebody or some type of situation really wounded you deeply, like you were stabbed deeply. I mean, like energetically, okay? Your heart has been hurt and you just don't even want to look at it. You don't even want to go back to it because it's too painful to look at. But the universe is like, hey, Pisces, just look at this. We're here for you. We're not going to leave you here by your, you know, we're going to be here to help you through this, to help you address this and assess this and get rid of this. You know, you're not alone in this, Pisces. So you may cry through it. You may feel depleted at this time. You may feel like, you know, why me? You know, why do I have to look back at this? But this is for the greater good, okay? So just bear that in mind. So there are those of you, you may feel like a little gray cloud or a black cloud right now in the month of October, deep down inside, or maybe on the surface, that's just how you feel, you know, and that's okay. You'll get through this. But there is a deep wound here that the universe, there's chapters to it and there's levels to it, and the universe, you're getting closer. The more you look at this, the more you reflect on this and heal this, the closer you are to, you know, the clouds parting and the sun, you know, shining through in your life, okay? At least for you mentally, because your life may not, I'm not saying that your life is bad, and that things are horrible at this time, Pisces. It's just that maybe the way you see your life right now and the lens through which you live your life may be a bit gray right now. It may be, you know, a bit melancholy right now and a bit, just a bit sad. And that's okay. You know, the universe wants to help you change your perspective. So it doesn't matter how our lives look. It's about the lens of, you know, which we see our lives that we are living, okay? Let's go ahead and pull one more oracle message for you guys, Pisces, sun and rising signs, and then we're going to pull from the tarot. For Pisces, sun and rising signs, for their advice and guidance and encouragement in the month of October 2023. One more time for Pisces. Okay. Scorpio, your fellow water sign, got this card, and it says it's the cat of independence. And it says you are a natural healer. I don't know why I said it like that. You are a natural healer. Your intuition is strong. You don't have to go with the crowd. Life supports you in every way. So once again, Pisces, life is not just happening to you. Life is not trying to attack you. The universe is not trying to attack you. It's actually trying to support you at this time. And it's very well aware that you struggle with this sadness or whatever, this mirror that you are having a hard time looking in, because you're looking at, oh, look at how bad this looks, instead of looking at, okay, yes, look at how bad this looks, but how can I change this? What is the work that I need to do to change this? To change my perspective of what I see in the mirror here. And if there are those of you who look in the mirror physically and you're like, well, if I change my hair, if I change this, if I change that, I'll feel better. It's not about the physical. It starts from within first. So look at the Inner mirror first, okay? And it says you are a natural healer. So Pisces, you may actually heal a lot of people around you, but you forget that you need to use that healing for yourself. How often are you actually following your intuition instead of just feeling it? You know, some of you guys, you feel your gut telling you something, but you may doubt it, and you may be like, you know, it's not that bad, you know. You may follow more what your heart tells you to do, or follow more what your brain tells you to do, but your intuition is like, can you listen to me for just 1 second, you know? Some of you guys may have a little group of people that you follow or that you're a part of, and, you know, I'm getting the sense that some of you guys, don't be afraid to stand out. Don't be afraid to be different in a certain situation. Like if it's dating or something like that, you may not want to just go on dating apps, you know, and do what everyone else is doing. You may need to do something different, and maybe just be more patient and wait for the right person to come your way. Travel more often, you know. If you're trying to meet a certain person in a certain location, maybe a bar or a club, or, you know, at meetups and things like that, the universe may be guiding you to do something completely different, and maybe focus more on yourself and your own independence as a person. Because there's some kind of pain here where you're kind of, I don't know where this is coming from with the relationship or the lack thereof. You're kind of doing what everyone else is doing to a certain degree, thinking that, you know, somebody will land in my lap, you know, but it's like, Because if you know about cats, look at these eyes, right? Just confident, just gorgeous energy. Just wild and free, right? They are power. They're powerful in these little bodies, right? It's just sheer power. And it's because of their perspective and their perception of the world around them. That's why I love cats, because their perception, the way we perceive life, is so different than the way some animals perceive the world around them, right? And you may need to learn from this animal here, Pisces. I do see this as Leo as well, so maybe the sign of Leo, or if you have a Leo in your life, you may need to speak to them. Pisces, sun and rising signs. You may need to speak to a Leo. Okay. Maybe there's a Leo in your life who is very independent and confident. Maybe you're not friends with them anymore. They broke up with you, or maybe I don't think this is a breakup. I feel like this is a Leo either who passed away, or maybe this is a Leo that you don't talk to as often. Maybe you need to reach out to them. I don't know. Oops, sorry guys, I hit my camera. Bottom of the deck, we have the Ram of Perseverance. Again, Scorpio got this as well. So I see the Ram as Aries. So there may be some fire signs in your life, Pisces, that you need to talk to. They'll give you some really good advice to combat this sadness and to really, you know, find the courage to face yourself. I feel like a fire sign would really help you out with that, okay? Or if this is a passed on loved one, or someone who passed away, or a friend that you haven't talked to in a long time, or maybe it's a family member that you just haven't talked to in a long time. They're still here walking the earth with you. You just haven't talked to them in a while. Maybe if they're a fire sign, you may need to actually talk to them, okay? If this is a significant other that's in your life now, okay, and maybe you're dealing with some sadness at this time, or maybe you guys aren't seeing eye to eye. If this is a fire sign for you, Pisces, this person causes you to really face yourself, and that may be kind of scary a little bit. Or this person may be very honest, and the universe wants you to kind of take heed, even if it does make you sad. You know, just try to think about, like, okay, what is this, you know, kind of learn from that person in a way. Not if they're being abusive, that's a different story, but like if this person is really trying to get you to understand yourself and just being honest with you and trying to help you grow and find your independence and find your strength. If this is a fire sign, they may have a different way of communicating, as long as it's not abusive. They may have a different way of communicating things to you that may kind of feel like you're being knocked upside your head, but it's because that's just how, that's all they know how to communicate. If this is a fire sign, especially if it's in their sun, moon, or rising, they have a certain way that they communicate. Or if it's in their Mercury, if this person has fire in their Mercury, yeah. Like this person, the way they communicate is very, very much, you know, may seem aggressive, as long as it's not abusive, like I said. But if it's a little bit aggressive and it's a little bit in your face and blunt and honest, this may be the person that you need to talk to, okay? Because this person has a different perspective, okay? They have a different perspective, and this is a passed on person. They're still wanting to talk to you and connect with you because, again, the way they live their life and the way they think, the way they thought about things when they were here on this planet, it's just way different than the way you may think about things, okay? Pisces, sun and rising signs. So if you have a fire sign in your life, particularly a Leo or an Aries, could be a Sagittarius too. Just make sure that, you know, if you do talk to them, take heed to what they have to say, as long as they're not being abusive, okay? All right, let's go ahead and pull some tarot. Let's pull 4 tarot cards for you guys, Pisces, sun and rising signs, for your advice and guidance for the month of October 2023. For Pisces, sun and rising signs. One more time for Pisces, sun and rising signs. Oops. That might have been the 4 cards that we needed. I don't know. Might be 4, might be 5. Yep. Okay. A lot of fire here. So those might be the 4 cards. We have the Empress, that's Taurus. Some of you guys may be pregnant, or you just had a child. Maybe that's why a lot of the, maybe you're suffering from postpartum depression, or there is some reflecting that you're doing because of your pregnancy or because of your hormones. You know, there may be a lot of things going on. So some of you guys might be pregnant, or you just had a child. Okay, others of you, your mother is trying to come through to you, or maybe this person that you need to reach out to, whether they're passed on or not, is your mother, if it's not you being a mother. But there's Taurus and Libra here. There's Venus here. So whether you're male or female, this is about loving yourself. In order to truly love yourself, you have to face yourself, Pisces, sun and rising signs. We have the energy of Leo, like I was saying earlier. There's more Leo here with the 5 of Wands. There's Leo here with the 7 of Wands. So this is about getting a higher perspective of the negative energies that are pulling you down. Like these wands could just be the sadness and those who are making you feel this negative energy, you know, just kind of making you feel like the world is against you to a certain degree. Like it's almost like you can't really be yourself. If you're not following the crowd down here, then you're gonna just be met with animosity and adversity. The universe wants you to stop doing that, Pisces. Don't change your perspective because people want you to change, you know, just be yourself. You know what I mean? Just be different. You know what I mean? If you're just different and you can't help it, you know, if you're weird or whatever, or you're quirky, or you just do things different, so be it. You know what I mean? Don't let people make you feel like, you know, you can't be different because it's weird or makes us feel uncomfortable. All well, you know what I mean? Or if it's against tradition. We have the 5 of Wands, that's Leo again, so, excuse me, and then we have the 10 of Wands as Leo again, but sometimes I read that as Sagittarius. So you have a lot of Leo here, Pisces, so if you have Leo in your chart, take heed to that. But others of you, there may be a Leo in your life who has a very strong presence in your life, or maybe they did if they're passed away. Okay, you need to reach out to them because this person, they did or they still do know how to carry a lot on their shoulders. They know how to get work done because of their perspective. They don't allow their emotions to get in the way of anything, okay? They don't care about what anybody thinks. They don't care about what anybody has to say. They don't care about anybody's opinion about them. They did what was best for them. Bottom of the deck, we have the King of Pentacles. So there's Taurus. So some of you guys have a lot of Taurus in your chart, or the person that is that the universe is giving you advice about. This person who can help you ground yourself, okay, at this time, instead of being like doing fight or flight kind of a thing. When it comes to facing these challenges or facing the sadness and reflecting on some things, you need to ground yourself. So there may be someone here, if they were a Leo, or maybe they had Taurus in their chart and Leo in their chart, or doesn't matter, right? Doesn't matter what type of energy is in their chart or what zodiac they are. This person is really practical in how they think. They can ground you, or maybe the universe wants you to be more grounded and be more practical in how you think about things and not be so caught up in how you feel or what you're, you know, be so caught up in your mind, okay? Don't let these past thoughts or intrusive thoughts get you caught up in your mind, you know. Just kind of ground yourself, do some grounding exercises or grounding meditations, right? And just kind of just address this situation or assess it, you know, really get down to the bottom of like, okay, what is it that I need to do to change this for the better, right? To improve this. Let's go ahead and clarify these cards for you, Pisces, Sun and Rising signs, for your advice for October 2023 and whatever you are dealing with. Let's see. Yep, death, Pluto, Scorpio. Scorpio season is going to be upon us in about a week from now. 10 of Swords, there is another 10, so it's time to release. It's time for this pattern, this sadness, this lack of reflection, ignoring what's in the mirror, ignoring the elephant in the room, whatever is causing this sadness in your life. The universe is like, we're tired of seeing this, Pisces. We're tired of this pattern. We're tired of this cycle. It's time to get rid of this. You know, it's old. It's just draining you. It's depleting you of your energy, right? It's you know, depleting your life of the light that we want to shine through. Page of Wands, there's more Leo, Sagittarius energy, could also be Aries, but there's that fire again. So once again, you need to light a fire under your ass, so to speak, Pisces. The universe is like, get up and go. Get up and find the light, right? Get up and shine your light. It's time to do the heavy lifting emotionally and mentally to really toughen something. There's something in your life that you really need to face and just see it for what it is. And just, you know, you need to cleanse it out of your life. It's done. It's done. This cycle of sadness and heavy energies, this cycle of darkness, it's done. Ace of Cups. Yeah, because it's time for your cup to be filled. It's time to get to work. It's time to get to work to fill your cup here, Pisces. It's going to take some work. You're almost there. For those of you who have been putting in the work, you're almost there. But for those of you who are really struggling with this, you got some work to do this month. You got some work to do to really face this. Okay? And then we have the Seven of Pentacles. So yeah, you're worried about some disappointments. You're like, well, what if I'm disappointed? What if the past comes back to haunt me? Well, if it does, it's because you're not facing it. Okay? The universe wants you to face this. Stop looking back on the cups that have been spilled. Stop crying over spilled milk, so to speak, Pisces. You know, don't be careful where you're pouring your heart. Okay? Protect your heart, Pisces. Okay? Be careful with where you open your heart, who you open your heart to. Okay? If that makes sense. But again, like I said, everything that I said in this reading, you can take it as a grain of salt. You know, it's totally fine. But for those of you who did resonate with this, you know, hopefully more messages that come out later on in the year resonate with you as well. Much love and light to all of you. I wish you guys the very best of luck on this journey. Stay safe, stay healthy, and I hope to see